pops, hey, we own half of the block. Buy the other half.
Are you talking over the sound effects ring?
Oh, am I?
Yeah.
He was jealous that I did last time, so he had to get
Hey.
It's okay. I just get to listen to this song more, and I love it.
I just wanted to do this.
Can I start now? Mailbag, courtesy of buyingandsellingla.com. Making real estate simple for buyers and sellers. Get it? Buyingandsellingla.com. Anyway, it's a mailbag question, and it's from Pepper.
Oh, I
Pepper.
like that name.
Yeah, Pepper. Remember? No, I
It's
won't
Tony
say.
Stark's assistant.
It's whose?
If you ever call her an assistant, no, she would
Pepper?
smack it.
That's her name? Tony
Yeah.
Stark and Iron
Pepper
Man?
Potts.
Yeah.
Gwyneth Paltrow is Pepper
Yeah.
Potts?
Yeah.
Son of a gun, she's calling into the show. Oh my God.
We have
Pepper's-
just moved up.
We've moved up.
She
Oh
said,
my God.
Iron Man's home has collapsed into the ocean.
We're moving up like the Jeffersons. Okay, so what does Pepper want to know? Rates are up. So does this mean home prices should come down? No?
Two separate roller coasters.
Why? Doesn't that make sense though? If rates are going up, you want to sell? Oh, because the inventory thing
inventory.
messes it all up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
all about supply and demand.
but it's
Houses aren't going to be any different.
I think I took that in high school, didn't I?
Well, it's
Explained
still
that.
it's still a seller's
Yeah.
market.
Yeah.
So
As we sit here today in
Yeah.
September of 2013, it's a seller's market
correct
Now,
due to lack of inventory.
If
due to the lack of
if
inventory.
rates keep on going up,
What will happen
then
then?
of course you're going to have the buyer drop off,
Right?
which is going to send a signal to the seller. We don't have the 20 offers anymore. We've got 2 or 3, and yeah, maybe they're strong, but maybe we may have to start negotiating in the near future a little more because we don't have
Is that why they do it? Is that why
a ton of options.
the Bernanke, I know it's not him anymore, it won't be him soon, but anyway, the feds, is that why they raise rates to start to manipulate the market? I mean, are they basically puppeteers in
They
control of
manipulate-
everything?
They
can-
manipulate
can-
it by lowering.
But they only control the cost that banks pay to lend
Charge
money
each
to
other.
each other.
Mhm.
So they're controlling the cost of funds. It's not a direct.
But
But if the rates go up,
but it
obviously,
but the thing
banks'
is,
margins won't go
it
down.
comes down to supply and demand. And if there isn't enough supply to meet the demand, then you're going to have the home prices stay where they are or increase slightly. But if the rates go up too and the consumers start dropping off in numbers, then the sellers really have to start considering freezing their prices. And let's say that one home in that neighborhood sells for this much now, in this trend, you can't bump it up another $10,000, $20,000 for the next sale. You have to incrementally creep up a little slower than we were the past year.
Yeah.
When there were so
it
many
sounds to me
buyers
like it's
out there.
all related.
It's what happened quite a few years back. There was so much open and available lending, stated income lending, all these. Anybody, if you could fog up a mirror, you could get a loan. So there were so many buyers. The sellers knew that, and they knew if this one sold for this much, and I'm going to yak the price up here for the next one. It looks like
But we're in that kind of a market right now.
we're
I mean, I know it's stabilizing now, but that's
Yeah.
because rates went up,
but
right?
we're controlling it a little better than we were last time, I believe.
Well,
Okay, so
there's less financing is tighter.
Less crazy
financing's tighter,
Yeah.
restrictions.
rates go up,
Restrictions are better on the financing.
inventory goes down.
You're
Well,
creating.
yeah, inventory isn't what it used to be, but as inventory is squeezed, home values go up and equity sellers begin to sell their homes.
Mhm.
So
Home values are
whether-
going up because of the inventory, not because of rates.
Right. Home
'Cause at the
values
end of the
they're not
day-
or out of demand, so they're
Right.
not going up out of demand.
So when we answer Pepper's question directly, rates are not really the effect,
Ask
or
Tony
don't
for
have the
cash.
effect. Ask Tony for some money; he's got plenty. Rates are not really the effect of bringing home prices down. Supply and demand, inventory has more to do with
Correct.
that than rates.
Because when I first started and rates were probably about in the 8s, people were still buying.
Yeah.
And when you guys, years ago, when they were in the
Don't
teens,
even ask. Oh no, 20. How about 20?
20s, people were still buying.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
there's always going to be that demand for houses. What the supply is going to be is going to determine how high that
I
demand
think if
is.
there are dramatic manipulation of rates, then it affects it more. But if it's the average, steady increase, maybe not so much.
Yeah, even if these rates settle around 5-6% or just settle around
Still.
6% where they're probably going to end up, you would think eventually, that's still really
That's
low.
crazy ridiculous.
It's lower than they've been in Yeah, like a long time. I mean, they were low for a while, but yeah, that's funny, Alicia. I was just having a conversation with somebody today. When I started, we were saving people money hand over fist, getting them out of 9% rates, putting them into 7.75, and they were blown away.
Yeah.
This is in the late 90s.
So I think they were like in the 8s,
things
7s,
they are changing.
7s, 8s when I started about 9, 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay, so Pepper doesn't work that way. I hope we answered your question. Everybody else can get involved with the mailbag by going to KeepingItRealEstateRadio.com. That's our YouTube station. Leave us a comment in any of the videos, and we will find them and get them on the show. Check out more at Find My Way Home. Thanks, everybody.